Yeah, granted, Cap, formulate your argument, and then we'll let Dawa rebuttal.
Well, actually, I came to only one to host. Dawa's a runner, by the way. I told him I was an Eric Theorist the last time.
No, I don't.
He's
I
only
don't
refereeing.
want
Cap, I got a question for you.
Yo, Cap, just debate him. It's a fee.
Yeah,
No,
okay. Well, I
no,
can just
okay.
give you like
So,
an argument for
Cap, we're gonna do Cap and Dawa.
I'll
Just gonna
get
make it easy.
Cap a 10
Cap and
minute
Dawa,
timer.
you got 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, so the argument, I guess.
So you say you're a type B Eric theorist. Go ahead and produce the argument. Go ahead.
Yeah, the argument is just gonna be that if these objective moral values would exist, then they would be the type of queer entities. Like there would be entities of a very strange nature, right? They would be intrinsically prescriptive, independent of human minds, like unlike anything that we've normally seen in the world, right? I mean, I'm not even sure on what it means for a property to be normative and external, because in order for something to be normative anyways, you would need motivation. And then you just get the basic objection of like, how are these properties normative if they're mind independent? But besides that, we can just continue. I would say that these queer entities would be extremely unlikely to exist in virtue of like parsimony and inflating our ontology. I don't see reason as to why that would be the case. And then if we just use like modus tollens, then you would just get the conclusion, which would just be that objective moral facts are unlikely to exist.
Okay, fantastic. So you just demonstrated to me what you think error theory is, and that's on that you didn't produce an argument as to why you find the pro-choice position to be correct. So really quickly, I'm going to ask
I gave you the argument from queerness for error theory.
You didn't. That's fantastic. So let me ask you a question. If someone asks you, what's the reason you're pro-choice? You're going to demonstrate an argument behind that. So that's a premise to lead to a conclusion.
I'm pro-choice in virtue of
error theory. That's fine. Listen, see, he's going to do this again. So I'm going to ask you this. So you take error theory is going to be the reason why you take abortions to be permissible, correct?
Not that they're permissible, just that they're not wrong.
They're not wrong. What's the argument for that?
Yeah, I just gave you the argument. It's argument from queerness.
The argument for what?
Argument from queerness. Are you? Do you know what that is?
No, I do not know what that is. Demonstrate it.
Yeah, I gave it again. Basically, it just wants to say that if there were these type of moral values that are objective, they would be queer entities, right? They would be entities.
So you say to be the case that morality is going to be subjective, then? Perfect. So
no, that's not a dichotomy, because you can have like.
What are you trying to posit here?
Yeah, I'm saying that morality, when we use moral languages, right, we intend to describe some fact of the matter, but there isn't actually a fact of the matter. That's what error theory says.
Fantastic.
Right? Also, error theory doesn't commit you to subjectivism or objectivism. That isn't a dichotomy.
Okay, yeah, no, that's completely fine with me, but this isn't really producing an argument as to why you find the pro-choice position to be incorrect, or sorry, to be correct.
I just gave you the argument. It's true in virtue of error theory, right?
Okay, fantastic.
Pro-choice is the thesis
what's the reason that you affirm the pro-choice position? That's what I'm asking more.
Yeah. Okay, pro-choice. I'm just going to give the argument again. Pro-choice is the thesis.
This guy's not giving an argument.
Here, I'll just explain why
This guy did this yesterday when I asked him to demonstrate how he finds a position to be intuitive. He did the same shit.
I didn't say intuitive. What are you saying? I gave you a valid argument.
Like, host, this guy's actually a bot.
I gave you a valid argument for error theory. Why are you running from it?
I'm not running from anything. You're not demonstrating an argument for why you find this. Hello, tier, hello. I'm not done speaking. So, Cap, really quickly, you said that the moral facts or certain things were not going to exist. Therefore, you don't really take a position as to why you found the pro-choice position to be correct or not.
What? No, I said pro-choice is an entailment from error theory, right? Because pro-choice is just a thesis that abortion is not wrong, right?
Okay, fantastic.
If we take error theory, abortion would not be wrong.
Why is it not wrong?
Yeah, because of error theory. And I gave you the argument for that. I gave you the argument from queerness. And the argument I gave was valid as well.
Okay, how is it? Yeah, so what instantiates a valid argument? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's valid in virtue of modus tollens inference rule.
Okay, beautiful. So let me ask you this question. Do you take pro-choice to be the correct position in virtue of the fact that there's a mind or any sort of subjective experience?
I take pro-choice to be true in virtue of error theory.
Let's kick this guy. This guy's brain dead.
What am I brain dead about? I don't even know what you're asking.
Yeah,
I gave you a valid argument.
You don't know what I'm asking. So you said that you take pro-choice to be the correct position because of error theory.
It's an entailment.
This is actually brain dead. Are you slow or something?
It's an entailment from type B error theory that pro-choice is true.
Let's kick this guy. This guy's brain dead. Kick this guy. He did the same shit yesterday. Like,
so you're gonna run again?
Run from what? You're not even giving me a sound argument, moron. Are you okay?
What wasn't sound about my argument from queerness?
Bro, you said okay.
What premise do you reject?
Okay, wait, hold on, really quickly. I'm gonna ask Corey.
Wait, stop. No, what premise? You said it wasn't sound, so what premise?
I'm not talking.
Okay, hey. Don't cut each other off.
What premise?
Anyways, yeah, host.
Yeah, what premise?
This guy's a brain dead.
We need the premise because you said it wasn't sound.
I'm speaking.
What premise do you reject? What premise?
Go back and forth as best you can.
What premise of my argument's false? Dumb fuck. Go ahead, answer that.
Wait, Cap, you don't do it. Cap,
yeah, Kylo, you can shut your ass up. You're a low tier. I destroyed you so many times. What are we doing? You got gangbanged by me too.
Yeah, don't you have to Kylo just tell me what premise is false.
Anyways, so Cap,
tell me what premise is false.
Yeah. So really quickly. So again, I'm going to ask you this question one more time.
No, no, you're not.
No.
What premise of my argument's false?
Yo, what's with this autistic low tier interruption you keep doing?
What premise of my argument's false? Because you said
okay?
it's not sound.
Are you okay?
You said it's not sound, so I need you to demonstrate that.
So I'm asking,
what premise is false?
You're not demonstrating why you find the pro-choice position to be correct. You're just telling me because of error theory. That doesn't provide.
I gave you an argument for error theory. Were you tracking?
That's fantastic, but it's not demonstrating to me why pro-choice is correct. Hello.
Pro-choice being correct is an entailment for error theory.
Stop. That's like you asked me that why I'm pro-life, and I gave you the exact response you gave me. That's not leading me to a conclusion why the pro-life position is correct.
I'll give an even simpler argument. Are you ready? I'll give an even simpler argument. I'll give an even simpler argument. If error theory is true, then pro-choice is true. Error theory is true. Conclusion, pro-choice is true.
What's the argument for that?
The argument for what? What premise?
What's the argument that error theory is true? Go ahead.
Yeah, I gave you the argument from queerness. Do you want me to explicate it again for the third time because you're not tracking?
Yeah, no, you're back. You understand back in the question is? You said error theory is true, therefore it's going to answer the position that's true. That's back in the question, moron.
No, I said if error theory is true, then the pro-choice position is true.
Yeah, do you understand what back in the question is?
How is that begging the question? The argument actually follows modus ponens.
Yeah, hello, I'm speaking.
It can't be begging the question.
Son, relax.
It's
You're assuming the
ponens.
conclusion within the premise that you believe error theory is true. That doesn't give me a fucking argument.
I didn't. You don't assume the conclusion within a conditional.
Why you stutter?
Okay, look. Do you agree that if error theory is true, that the pro-choice position is true? Do you agree with that?
Error theory. That's what I'm asking. Your host kick this guy, honestly.
I'm asking hypothetically, right? If error theory was true, do you agree that pro-choice will be true?
Yeah, I don't see how if error theory was true, that's going to strengthen the proposition that pro-choice is true.
Okay, yeah, I can explain why that condition holds up. Are you ready? Pro-choice is the thesis that abortion is not wrong, right?
Oh my God.
Stop talking. Stop laughing.
I'm not even talking. I'm laughing at you.
Because you're being like a dog.
So this is your mother's a dog.
You're actually on a leash.
Your mother's a dog.
You're yapping off at the mouth. You don't understand. You don't understand the argument. You haven't tried.
No,
I gave you the argument from queerness for 5 times.
Error theory is true.
Please?
This guy's so stupid. He said error theory is true, therefore pro-choice is true. Are you fucking slow? That's like you say error theory is true, therefore pro-life is true. What are you talking about?
I said if error theory is true, then the pro-choice position is true.
Fantastic. So what's the argument error theory is true? What are we doing?
Yeah, the argument from queerness that I gave. Do you want it again? You want the argument?
Yo, wait,
okay, I'll just give the argument.
Hold on. Hit the pause. Wait, stop. Hit the pause button.
Stop. I'll just give the argument. Stop.
No,
hold
on. Wait. Before you give the argument for the 5th time, hold on. Let me. This guy's actually so slow. Really quickly, Corey, can you unmute yourself for a second? Just for like 10 seconds, bro.
Yes, brother.
Let me ask you a question. Why are you pro-life?
Wait, they're debating. You can't break up.
Yeah, why are you talking to someone else?
No. I'm just going to
focus.
We're not. No. Look, hey. It's between y'all two. And however it goes, and that's it. Don't bring anybody else into it. That's how these debates.
Exactly, dumb fuck.
Now, if afterwards,
dumb fuck.
If afterwards,
I was trying to demonstrate something to your stupid ass.
Hello.
Yes.
Hey, if afterwards, the Corey would like to say something because he is a mod, he can jump in. That's fine. But during the debates, it's between y'all two. So that's just something y'all got to figure out. Okay?
And if you keep insulting each other, you're just gonna get kicked.
So the argument would just be that. I guess I have a preliminary question. Do you agree that when we use moral language, we intend to pick out some fact of the matter? You would agree with that?
Yeah, some instances.
Perfect. So here's the argument, right? If objective moral values existed, right, there was some fact of the matter, then the entities would be strange, queer entities, right? They would be the kinds of things that are independent of human minds and unlike anything we've ever seen in the world, right? Now, I'm going to argue that such queer entities are extremely unlikely to exist, given an abductive case where it would inflate our ontology, and that's the kind of thing we don't want. So then, from P1 and P2, using modus tollens, error theory would be true, right? You don't get these objective moral facts or facts of the matter, right? And if error theory is true, and the way we use moral language intends to pick out some facts, right? Abortion would not be wrong, right? Because there's no fact which makes it wrong, right? Do you understand the argument now?
Yes, I've been understood the argument. But again, so you take it to be a case that there's going to be no moral wrongmaker in regards to the pro-choice position, correct? Is that what you're trying to demonstrate?
Yeah, there are no objective facts of the matter, which you've agreed.
Grant them 2 minutes of overtime, sister. Grant them 2 minutes of overtime.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that, Corey. Thank you.
No problem, sister.
All right, anyways. So let me give y'all 2.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, never mind. Y'all got it.
Yeah,
okay.
So you already agreed that when we use moral language, we intend to pick out some fact of the matter, right? If there is no fact of the matter, then when we use moral language like abortion is wrong, right, that would be false. And the argument I gave shows that there is no fact of the matter.
So, Cap, really quickly, do you understand what it means to grant that someone may believe something to be true?
To grant that something. To grant.
Yeah, I can grant you. Listen, I can grant you that you believe that error theory is true. Therefore, it's going to instantiate that pro-choice position.
I gave an argument supporting it, dumb fuck. Do you have a response?
Dumb fuck. Yeah, also retard. Really quickly.
It doesn't matter whether or not I believe it. My argument was valid.
What's with this autistic interruption?
Was the argument invalid?
Are you okay? Yes, it
yes
is.
Or no?
Because you're saying that if
okay. I'm
not done speaking. I'm not done speaking. So
explain why the argument's
I'm not done
invalid.
speaking. I'm not done speaking. I'm not done speaking. Do you want to respond to you?
Explain why the argument's invalid. Go ahead.
Yeah, so obviously you take it to be true that if error theory is true, therefore it's going to instantiate that the pro-choice position is correct. If error theory is not true, therefore it's going to instantiate it's not correct. Therefore, fantastic.
Yeah, and I gave an argument as to why error theory would be true.
Yeah, host, honestly, this guy, there's no point even going for this. This guy's actually brain dead.
I don't really want to mess
do y'all want to just stop?
Yeah,